President Trump has announced new entry restrictions into the U.S. for people from countries his administration deems dangerous. 12 countries are now under a total travel ban, while 7 countries were placed under a partial ban.
Among those under the partial restrictions is Cuba, a country with a large presence right here in Louisville. Wave News reporter Fernando Garcia Francischini is joining us now with mixed reaction from people in the area.
Yeah, Brian, President Trump says the goal of the travel ban is to prevent national security threats from reaching the U.S. border. And he says Cuba is a, quote, state sponsor of terrorism. He also says Cuba does not cooperate or share sufficient law enforcement information with the U.S. That's why Cubans entering the U.S. looking to receive green cards or those with temporary visas like visitors and students won't be able to do so anymore starting Monday. People close to the issue are now sharing their thoughts. Maria Teresa Rodriguez and her family came to Louisville from Cuba as political refugees more than 15 years ago.
Cubans were not allowed back in the day when the communists took over to practice any religion, but just to worship the government.
Escaping the homeland is a reality all too familiar for Darian Berrios. He and his family left Cuba in 2007. He says life for Cubans still on the island is difficult.
Only the regime, the high level of the regime, they live like kings in Cuba.
But now, starting on June 9th, Cubans will have a harder time coming to the U.S. under the Trump administration's newest round of travel restrictions. It's a move both Maria Teresa and Darian agree with, saying it's about national security.
I'm Cuban and I feel about my people, but we live in the United States. We have to take care about our home first, and then we have to take care about the other ones.
Cuba does their own thing. They don't cooperate with anybody unless there is a advantage for them in the government.
I think it's overblown.
Duffy Traeger is an immigration attorney in Louisville. He says he has concerns with the president's proclamation, particularly when it comes to overstay rates.
It seems to take aim at countries that have high overstay rates on visas, but it does not define what is the threshold for that matter.
But Traeger says he doesn't share the national security concerns, saying they don't represent the families he works with every day.
These are family members. These are hardworking people that are just waiting in line trying to get here. And I do not see the high-level security concerns that the administration is trying to pass this with.
There are some exceptions to the ban, though. The biggest one includes spouses of U.S. citizens and their children under 21, children of U.S. citizens who are under 21, and parents of U.S. citizens. Fernando Garcia Francischini, Wave News.
Thank you for